Hey guys, so we are back for another video, and this one I'm going to make another t-shirt. I do have another long sleeve t-shirt I made previously, so you can check that out instead if you like, but this one's going to be short, like cropped with like short sleeves, and then I think we'll put like a pocket on the front. And I'm gonna first start off by looking at some tools, some sewing lines. So I'm just making sure that I'm in settings and then reset to default if I can't find certain things. Like this is actually what I thought you meant, was you couldn't find something here, which I've had a lot of problems before. I was like, where's that tool? I can't find it. And, but so you're talking about the sewing lines in the window here. And so if I go B, so I think that's what you mean. I don't know why you would only have two lines here. It could be under this show. Like you could try toggling these on and off, but oh, maybe that's what it is. Actually, that's I often press this accidentally, so maybe that. Show threads. I don't have pins, don't have that. But all my problems when I have like I can't find a line, it's always here within these four, the seam line, internal line. So just toggle these on and off, and that should do it. Okay, so let's make a t-shirt block. So I'm going to click A, and then I'm just going to delete all of those pieces, and we'll start out with let's do a polygon tool. So I'm clicking on polygon, and then I'm going to click where we're going to start. Let's start at the shoulder. I want this to be kind of like a mock neck. So I'm going to click there, and then I'm just going to drag to curve it, and then I'm going to click here. I'm going to click, oh, I said it was going to be cropped, so like there, and then here. And again, if you press the wrong thing, just click delete. Don't click Control Z. And then I'll click, this is kind of wrong, but I'll fix it after. So I'm going to click on Z and then just drag this one up here. And the side seam out. And let's do a symmetric unfolding. And then I'm going to click Q, Control C, Control V, and then just turn that, rotate that one to the right spot. And then I'm going to click N and click here and here, spacebar, oops. I might have my gravity off. Oh yeah, I do. And I'll sew up these side seams. Actually, I'm going to get a better fabric. Just gonna search for blue-ish. I'm just gonna bring up this back neck. Okay, let's make some sleeves, and we'll go with polygon again. So I'm just going to draw it out here. Start here. Going to be short sleeves, so I'm just going to click and then drag to make the sleeve. And click here. And then I'm going to drag and then click there. Go right down so that it's perpendicular with this line and straight here, which can be a bit of a challenge. And then we'll symmetrize that. And click B. I'm just going to drag that. Actually, let's remove the linked editing first and then click there. And it looks like it just kind of turned out to be the right size, but we'll check the size after and then sew that to the back. Again, click B, bring that all the way up, and then you can see it's off a little, so I could make the sleeve smaller, but I'm just gonna ease that in and then sew up the underarm. It's a little bit long. Delete that. Now, before you do that, if you just check see the measurement here, so it's 22.67, 21.14. You want these to be similar. So if this one is too big, then you can make that smaller by just bringing down your shoulder lines, or you could bring in your side seam. And then for the top, you can, now that we've removed the linked editing, you just have to do the same thing on both sides. So if you want to make it bigger, just walk it out a little bit, and then you can walk it in to make it smaller, and then do that on the same side. And you can also, to fix the cap, like if it's just too much gathering, just bring your whole cap down I think I might just leave that. I like the shape better, but the fit seems better. And then just click C and then correct that curve. And if your sleeves just starts getting really crazy, just redraw the curve. Just don't get too attached to all of your lines and kind of go with the flow. I find is better rather than spending like an hour trying to fix a sleeve. Just redraw it. Okay, so let's symmetrize that. So I think I'm going to drop the side seams a little bit. So if I brought them down 2, then that's a little bigger. So I'm going to bring that out 1, and then this side. I'll just walk this in. That's looking a little, it's getting a little bit small. It's going to Control Z all of that. And maybe I'll bring these out. Okay, so I just worked on that shape a little bit, and then let's make the facings for the sleeve. So I'm going to draw a couple of design lines here. I'm just going to do it by eye. Just going to press enter, and then I'll do this one about the same width. And then you can cut and sew that, but I think I'm going to make some pieces. Oh, whoops. Just to the center. So I'm going to select, maybe I'll select these first. So we'll Control C, Control V, and then we're gonna cut. So we just click Z and then cut those. And the top, I'm gonna put this on layer. I'm gonna put everything on layer 1, and then I'll put, actually, I can do layer 2. I'm going to make this, maybe we'll make everything 10. A particle distance of 10. And then these will be layer 1. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to make this one for the facings. And so we can just take these and we can select both of those and then freeze those. And so sew this line to this one. You can sew that first actually if you want. And then same thing with this one. So that one here, just to get that into place. And then you can do the hem. And just take I'm going to take both of those and I'm going to hide those just for a moment. And then I'm going to sew up. Oh, it's already sewed. Oh, perfect. I don't know why. Oh, because I guess we copied it. So spacebar that, and then I'm going to, before we activate, we can, let's freeze. Yeah, I'll freeze those. And we'll do the same thing with these. So let's bring this up a little bit and then Control C, Control V. And I'm going to make the facings a lighter color. And then just cut this. And those ones are also sewn. So we can click. And then I'm going to layer clone under, superimpose under, I mean, and make those another lower layer. So I'm going to go Control A and then unfreeze, and then one more time, activate. And just bring this one. So it's looking a little bulky. We can top stitch it and make the facings like a, you can make them like a crisper fabric, like find like a cotton or something like that. So let's do the neckline. So I'm gonna go and make an internal offset as internal to the internal area. I'm gonna do like 1.5. And for these, let's do the same thing. So I'm going to cut that. And superimpose under and set those both as layer 1. I'm just going to deactivate that one and the space bar. I'm just going to reset the pattern to 3. Let's do 3D. And that should fix that. Except it looks like I have twisted these up, so I'm just going to reverse that sewing. And there's that. And then you can also move these a bit and just make sure that that is all sewn up. And this one's kind of, And let's... This is looking a little bunchy. That actually looks better. Well, that was a little exercise. I don't really ever make hem facings. You can just cut it and then change the thickness on that. And let's add a little pocket. It's gonna do a rectangle. I'm gonna sew that or add that right on the chest here. And then I'll go Z select and we're going to offset as clone as internal shape. I don't know if that's going to be on the right side. Oh, and now we're going to have to unlink these. And I put it on the wrong side. So I'll actually remove linked editing on the front first and then go Z and offset as internal shape. I don't know what side I want to put it on. So set that as a higher layer, and then I'm going to make a let's make the little pocket piece. And then we'll just maybe in this window, let's Control C, Control V, and then we can cut that. Delete that, and then we're going to sew this to this. And just make that shorter by clicking B. And now there's so many sewing lines. I don't know which one. Do you ever have so many sewing lines and then you click on it and it won't let you? That can be really crazy. Let's just make sure this is a functioning pocket, which it is. It looks pretty good. You can add your little logo on here, and we need to add some sewing. I don't know if I want. Let's add some sewing lines to it. Yeah, I don't like these at all. Sorry guys, you might like it though. It's like a good exercise to have. Okay, top stitching. Free top stitch. So let's go over here to top stitch, and I'm going to delete unused, and then which one am I going to copy? I like the thickness of this one, so I think I don't even know what that one is. I'm going to go copy that and change the color, even though the color always ends up being white for my sewing seams. Let's make it something bright actually. And want this one to be thicker. I'm gonna call this just gonna name it t-shirt, and then the maybe the offset we'll leave it at 0.3. And then the length, oh, that's way too long, so I'm gonna go like 0.5. And let's see, let's just do everything. Just make it quick. So I just dragged over top of that, which is it's not the best, but it's never really the best idea to do that. With the t-shirt, if actually it looks pretty good, it's just the pocket looks kind of strange, so you can go to edit top stitch, but now that you've done everything, it doesn't really do anything at all. So I'm just going to select everything and then go delete, and then I'll use the free top stitch and then just redo it. So I'm going to just top stitch around here and then this line, so go like that. And that looks better. But see, this is the problem. This is why I use free. I know I'm always going on about this, but you know, like it's kind of ridiculous to be like, oh, that one is too long. That top stitch is not right, but it makes a difference. And then if you just kind of move it around a little bit, but now it's not all the way up here. But it's better than what it was, so I'm gonna leave that. And I think that's done. Oh, let's do the neckline. Are we gonna top stitch? Are we gonna top stitch the actual neckline? I should have two, but we'll just make one line here. So I'm gonna go back to free, and then I always zoom in and then I just go like right about there. Oh, and now that we removed linked editing, we have to do both sides. And then we will go edit, and the hotkeys are K and L, but I like to use this because I get them mixed up a lot. That looks pretty good. And actually this should be a cover stitch, so you can make one more, copy that, and then go neckline, and then I'm going to change this to let's try overlock. So then I'll go edit, and then I'm going to select or shift both of those, and then go to here, and then you can just change that. I might change it back, but it looks kind of like one of those cozy, fuzzy t-shirts. And this is actually looking a little too thick for a t-shirt, so I'm going to fix that. I'm going to go 0.1, and then the length is too long. 0.3. Right. Yeah.